Welcome everyone to the People's House.
Mr. Speaker, will you please call the House to order?
The bill is passed.
We want to make sure that we make New York a more affordable place to live, a better place to raise a family. Welcome to Assembly Update. I am Assembly Member Angelo Santa Barbara, representing the 111th Assembly District, which includes Montgomery County, parts of Schenectady County, and parts of Albany County. Today we're going to be talking about a fantastic program on the show called Best Buddies, and we have two guests joining us today on the show. I'm happy to have them both here. We have Kelley Faulkner, who is the State Director of Best Buddies New York. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we also have Nicole Burch, who is the Area Director for the Capital Region.
Yes.
Thank you both for being here, and thank you for the information you're going to share about Best Buddies. We'll start with Kelley. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got involved with the Best Buddies program?
Okay. So again, my name is Kelley Faulkner, and as the State Director of Best Buddies New York, I got involved about 8 months ago. And my background, I have about a decade of experience working on behalf of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And most of that experience was when I was living in Seattle, Washington. And my focus there was primarily on school-to-work transition. So really helping people bridge the gap between vocational training opportunities they may have had at school and finding a real job. And so I saw through that the value of employment for people with intellectual disabilities and the importance of really creating a more inclusive environment for people early on. And so I was thrilled to learn about the opportunity with Best Buddies through a colleague of mine in Seattle when this opportunity came up in New York, and to learn just about the full mission. So Best Buddies focuses on promoting social inclusion through jobs, but also what we focus on primarily in New York right now is through friendship. So we have friendship programs starting in middle school, high school, and colleges, and it's just amazing to see how creating a more inclusive environment early on and teaching children to value what someone has to offer. I mean, it's a very simple concept, but so profound, and I think that has a ripple effect in the community.
I love the name Best Buddies. It's such a nice name, and it says so much. It speaks so much.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole, how did you get involved with Best Buddies?
I have been involved with Best Buddies for over a decade. When I was at Shenandoah High School, the program was started, and I joined it because when I was in elementary school, there was a special education classroom, and I had befriended a lot of the students in there, and unfortunately, the classroom moved to another elementary school, so I was not able to connect with my friends for a few years. So I saw Best Buddies as a way to reconnect with old friends and make new friends, and I was fortunate enough to be a student leader there for several years, and I attended Siena College, which also had a Best Buddies program, so my journey continued, and I was a student leader there, and I also interned in the Albany office, and I learned the ins and outs of being a program manager, and when I graduated from Siena, the position was available, so it has now been over a decade that I have been involved with Best Buddies.
That's great, and it's great to have you both here to talk about Best Buddies. So it's a great name. Let's talk about the program. How does the program work, and how do people get involved?
For us in the Capital Region and in New York City, we have three main programs, and they're school-based friendship programs. They're in middle school, high school, and colleges, and we match a person that has a disability with a non-disabled peer. And it really is a friendship program. We're encouraging them to communicate with each other and spend time with each other. And also the chapters will get together once a month and they do a group event. So that's the basis of our school-based friendship programs. Kelley, do you want to talk about our ambassador program?
Sure. Yeah, I think one of the other exciting opportunities we have through Best Buddies is the leadership development component. So our ambassador program is essentially providing people with intellectual and developmental disabilities support to write their own speeches and then giving them opportunities to speak publicly. And it's very empowering and often so much more impactful to hear someone tell their story directly about how friendship changed their life. And perhaps, prior to being involved with Best Buddies, a lot of people felt fairly isolated or not connected to their broader school community. So just hearing each individual story is incredibly powerful.
And the program itself, for people that want to get involved, is there training, or is there some guidance that is offered before you enter the program?
We do a lot of training. We do training not only for our students that are leaders if they have an officer position, but also for our volunteers. We want everybody to feel comfortable being a part of Best Buddies. So in our school-based friendship programs, we do disability and awareness training. It looks a little different at each school depending on what we feel the training needs to be. But we make sure that everyone is fully trained and able to participate in the program to the best of their ability.
And of course, you do have a website that anything we talk about here and about the training itself. Let's give out that website for people at home watching the website.
Yeah, it's www.bestbuddiesnewyork.org.
And how is there a phone number people can call as well to get a hold of if they have some questions?
Yes. So, Nicole, why don't you give the Capital Region office?
Yes, for the Capital Region, the number is 518-235-2226.
Great. And if people have any questions, they can call. Anything we talk about, they can find on the website as well. Best Buddies sounds like a fantastic program, and it's a great way to get people involved and become best buddies, like the name says. What has it working with the program? What do you think the biggest challenges are coming up for the future, and what are some of the things that people watching can help with?
Well, I mean, I would say that right now it's our capacity. We have 4 staff, so Nicole and myself, and our 2 program managers who are actually here today to support us.
Yes, why don't we say hello to them?
Okay. Hi to Nicole and, to Megan Kelley and Alice Dannenberg here with us.
Welcome to the studio.
And so, you know, right now we have 48 active chapters in middle schools, high schools, and colleges. And we have 28 schools on our wait list.
Okay.
And over 180 adults that have reached out and want to get involved and to be matched in a one-to-one friendship. And these are often actually people who were involved in high school and college, and they felt the power of the program. And so they want to have this connection with someone with an intellectual or developmental disability again. We don't currently have the capacity to support all of that, so making a donation and really helping us, joining our advisory board or getting involved to support our fundraising efforts so that we can expand our programs.
So basically, if you can volunteer, this is a good time to do it.
Yes.
You need more coverage, and you don't have enough volunteers to do it. So for people watching the show, if they want to help, they can get involved in Best Buddies. You can learn more about it on the website. And let's talk about the impact. There is a big impact with the program when people are involved, when people have somebody there for them, and again, best buddy to be there for them. What's the impact? What's the feedback you're getting?
We have over 2,400 students with and without disabilities that participate in the program each year. And a metric that we use is to multiply that number by 10 when you think about all of the people that are a part of a person's life. So as a number, that's the fact that we're having, which is pretty significant when you think about what it is that we're doing. But what we find in our campuses is that being able to have students fully integrated is a win-win for everyone that's involved. We really want for our school communities and our communities at large to see the abilities of people that have disabilities. So that's what we're striving for, and friendship goes hand in hand with education. We find that when our students with disabilities are able to have something to look forward to, like Best Buddies at the end of the school day, they're going to be there, they're going to be committed, they're going to be paying attention to what's going on. So it's nice to see that there is something for them to look forward to, and Best Buddies is something that they can call their own. And oftentimes students that are in special education don't have that sense of place, and Best Buddies gives that to them. And we also have officer positions for people with disabilities. So now not only are they a part of a club, but they're also a leader within that club. And now peers with and without disabilities view them as a leader. And then we come in and we help them with developing their leadership skills even further. So friendship is a component of it, but then there's so much more with it.
And what are some of the, can you give an example of some of the activities, something a Best Buddy would do with their buddy?
Sure. I mean, I think that we really encourage our participants, our buddies, to volunteer together, to give back, to volunteer at a soup kitchen or do something together, so that it's continuing this notion of service and giving back. I think one of the things that I would love to take this opportunity to say is that the programs really are mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
It's not a community service project for the students who are typically developing or don't have disabilities. It's not mentoring. It's a mutually beneficial program, and so the people are learning from each other. Buddies are learning from each other, and when they go out into the community and give back together, people are seeing people with disabilities contributing. And that's just, I think, a very powerful part of the message. So we encourage that as much as possible, but our buddies love to party, and so there's often celebrations, holiday parties, disability awareness activities.
Yes.
The Spread the Word to End the Word campaign is something that our Best Buddies chapters often promote throughout their
Yes.
schools or implement. And do you want to talk a little bit about what that looks like, Nicole?
Yeah, we have a Spread the Word to End the Word campaign, and we encourage our students to help spread the fact that we no longer want to use the R word. So it looks
People
different.
may need to know what that is.
Yeah, so it looks different on each of our campuses. It could be as simple as having a banner and asking people to pledge to not use the R word, or we have some of our schools that do fantastic assemblies and bring in various speakers and leaders in the disability rights movement to talk about what that means for people with disabilities. So it's nice that there's so many facets to what our program can do.
And it's nice to know that, and what you mentioned, that it's fun too. It's not, and it's mutually beneficial, and it's not about necessarily schoolwork or anything else. It's about being friends and doing things together and enjoying some time together.
That's right.
So I think that really says a lot about the program. What are some of the things people can do to get involved? They can go on the website. They can call. What are some of the items people can volunteer to do?
Well, right now, I mean, to serve on our advisory board is one way, and so we have our senior advisory board and junior advisory board for both the Capital Region and the New York City region. So. And those are leadership volunteer positions to help us develop the strategic plan and income development plan so that we can figure out, how we're going to expand to meet the needs in the community. That's one way. We also have Friends of Best Buddies or Junior Board, which is our young professionals group. They help to plan different events. So this is, for instance, in New York City, we have had several picnics, just sort of broader community events, and so our program participants come and volunteers can help plan that. They can come to the picnic and let's say, they like to play softball or want to sort of share an art project. It's a forum to really give whatever gifts that you have to contribute, and so our volunteers can get involved in a myriad of creative ways.
And I know that you have several events coming up that we're going to talk about after the break. Some of the other things that people sometimes like to donate, if there's services, if there's besides monetary donations, are there other things people can contribute? Should they contact the offices if they have something that they want to maybe provide a service or any other type of donation?
Absolutely. We're always looking for creative ways to go about doing different things, and we're open to any and all ideas or abilities that people have to help us further our mission of social inclusion.
Yeah, I would say, for instance, this is, I think, our office space, for instance. I know we have a lot of interest in opening new chapters. Our office space in the Capital Region is donated. Our office space in New York City is donated.
Yeah.
I know, Nicole, you guys could use a new printer.
Okay.
So all kinds of
So
things we could use. So if someone has a service or good that they would like to donate it,
Great.
help crafting an annual report, that's something that we could use assistance with too. So professional skills, we love for people to get involved and help us see, the organization from the outside and how we can co-create opportunities.
It is, and again, it's a fantastic program, and I'm happy to have you both on the show to share this information. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about Best Buddies. Stay with us.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing. Believe me, I'm good at it.
Once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell him.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? He needs something a little more
Persuasive.
Yes.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything...
It is I, Cruz Zinkelpel. Okay, time for cake.
It's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Guru. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Kids will spend 8 minutes decorating their little brother.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Live with a human for a while, and you get to know